So it's almost unheard of that India-Pakistan cricket seats and tickets unsold. Hashtags boycott India-Pakistan cricket. Even the cricket community is split right down the middle. Be it Harbhajan Singh or Kedar Jadhav. Indians say that Indians help Pakistani cricketers, including people like Imran Khan, build a cancer hospital, playing charity matches with Pakistan. But the same Imran Khan was quoted in Pakistan saying cricket against India is like jihad for Kashmir, or for cricketers like Imzimamul Haq, it's an opportunity to convert others to Islam, or for the Shahid Afridis who remain a stooge of the Pakistan ISI that repeatedly bleeds India. And yet, we play cricket with Pakistan. Is India's anger justified? Or is there merit in those saying sports should be above politics and keep it separate even when it comes to national security? Joining me on this India Today special broadcast, two former India cricketers, Madan Lal and Atul Vasan. Opposing the India-Pakistan cricket matches are Colonel Rohit Dev and Abhijit Iyer Mitra. And I want to begin by asking you, Madan sir, why should we play Pakistan when we say blood and water cannot flow together? When we say terror and talks cannot happen together? How can terror and cricket happen, sir?
I agree with you, terror and cricket should not happen. But the thing is, whenever this Pakistan-India match starts, the politics starts. All these people get together, start saying something. Most of the people you will see on Sunday, they will watching the game. Most of the people, And, this is a decision by the BCCI because they are hosting the this Asia Cups. Another thing is, this sort of matches generate a lot of money, which helps our cricket and other sports also. They help the other sports also. And you talking about the Shahid Afridi and Imran Haq, they are not well-educated people, And I'm not thinking about Pakistan. I'm thinking about my own country. How are we going to grow about it? How are we going to progress? Look at the Pakistan. Pakistan still is 75 years, still there, They're still crying for the food or a lot of other things. Another thing is, everything is happening. Everything is happening. It's not happening. It's via Dubai happening or via some other places. It's all happening, Pakistan still getting everything from India. But end of the day, when the cricket comes, we start the politics. And people get up and start saying, look, we should not play. And another thing which Gaurav, they said, Pahalgam, I also, I feel very bad about that. मेरे को भी बहुत दुख हुआ था जब ये अटैक हुआ, पर हमें उसका जवाब भी वैसे ही देना चाहिए. भाई अगर उन्होंने हमारे मारे तो हम उनके 200 मारे, 150 मारे, क्यों नहीं? Why not do you government can take a decision कि we not playing cricket, And if this sort of thing happen, we should blast them,
Okay, that has to be a government decision, you say, Colonel Rohit Dev. Even at the height of the Kargil war, India and Pakistan played cricket. So why are we opposed to cricket matches with Pakistan in today's day and age? You've hit them in Operation Sindoor. Now play cricket.
See, Gaurav, there is a paradigm shift from 1990s to now. India today has a stated policy. It's stated in no uncertain terms that you have nothing to deal with Pakistan so long as it fosters terrorism as its bedrock to impose punishment and punitive actions on India, not only in India as a state in terms of the military, but also the civilians and others as well. So I think from that perspective, the times have changed. What I'm saying is that not that India should not play cricket. India should play cricket. But India, to yield its geopolitical leverage, will take a few more years, where it will be able to tell the world, like example, how Russians were isolated, how the South Africans were isolated. That's the kind of talk India has to talk tough in this Committee of Nations. We are still a way away.
Okay.
I'm not even saying that India should not host the Asia Cup. India should host the Asia Cup. And what Madan Lal ji is saying, then it becomes an embargo upon yourself to make it a success as a story. That's also a given. The government of India has to also decide that where the restrictions have to be imposed and not to be imposed. And government has made it very clear on 22nd August to impose it not impose it on multilateral events. That's a government decision. But I'm looking at the different perspective. What I'm saying is, it's my individual choice. It's your individual choice. So if I have a choice to give revenue to a match which finally leads to a bullet for my soldier on the border, it's my conscious decision. I will not support it.
Okay, so you say you will not watch any India-Pakistan cricket match. No revenue from Indians for this cricket match is what your emotion is. Atul bhai, sports are always a part of any country's foreign policy. Look at the entire Western bloc that boycotted the 1980 Moscow Olympic Games, or the then Soviet bloc that boycotted the 1984 Los Angeles Games. As Colonel Dev pointed out, look at the way Russia is now being isolated after the Ukraine war. Yet we continue to play cricket. It just shows, are we weak somewhere?
Well, why is this just microcosm of cricket with this patriotism? That's my problem, because I was also of the belief that, you know, when we start playing cricket, things will get better. But now I've realized that it'll never get better, because they thrive on this. Their narrative is anti-India, because they've got nothing. They've been left behind. And to just keep this, pipe dream in the country, to just say that, okay, if we beat India in cricket, then things are okay. And people have been sold this story, because Pakistan is the only country in the world where all the countries in the world have got army. Pakistan is the only place where army has got a country, you know. True. And all these people are running the cricket. But if we don't play, and I am sure that our leaders, our Prime Minister and the whole think tank know more than us. So there's a whole ecosystem behind this decision. You could have said we don't want to play because we don't lose anything, but because it is a dominoes effect. You know, there's a many livelihoods depending on it, and then the qualifying for Olympics. Everything is connected. So unless you have got the power to ostracize Pakistan internationally, and we have seen the next day the guy became a field marshal and went to USA. You know, so yes. we see this is the kind of equations in the world, and we can't take this high ground that okay, so let it be. But this is a necessary evil, because it's like chemotherapy. You know, I mean, it's a pain point. We have to play, carry on, because it will kill the good cells also. But don't shake hands and all. Just snub them, because we have to go through this. Okay. And I think it can never come back to the old things where when we and Madiban we used to play and we were friends off the field. Yes. Those days are gone. Those days are gone.
So now Indian players and Pakistani players are not friends off the field.
No, they should not be. Because the other day Surya Kumar Yadav was shaking hands. I think he should have stopped them, because we have to play cricket with you, and there's not going to be any kind of mingling, and we just do the job, and whether you win or we win. But we will not keep that camaraderie and sportsmanship, because we are at loggerheads with you, and we don't want anything that gives you benefit. Just take away everything.
That's a very important point you make there. But Abhijit Iyer Mitra, do we lack that heft? Because when it comes to cricket, we were told we have the finances, we have the power. India runs not just, India runs the ICC, and yet we are not in a position to isolate Pakistan or, get them out. Look, South Africa was ostracized because of apartheid. Yeah. Terror is worse than apartheid. Do we lack the heft? Or do we, Abhijit, lack the will to ostracize Pakistan?
I don't think we lack either the heft or the will. India accounts for most of the revenues and most of the viewership of international cricket. I think what we actually have a bit too much is greed, and way too much personal greed. There is also this thing of relative strength. See, in an international arena like the Olympics, say America can have Russia ostracized. We may not be able to do that in the Commonwealth Games, because we're up against America and things like that. But in cricket, where you have such an extraordinary preponderance, this is nothing to do with heft. This is entirely to do with greed and the revenues that the cricketing bodies feel that they can generate from it. They don't care if that money is going into directly subsidizing the Pakistanis and freeing up funds, which can then be diverted to the army and used against you in terms of terror, bullets, what have you. Our problem then, since Raja Jayachand, since Sirajuddaulla's time, Mir Jafar's time, to now has always been greed.
Greed is this lure of the lucre, is this money, Madanlalji, that we want more money, and we think because India-Pakistan matches get revenue, that is why India is playing cricket with Pakistan. Pakistan will also get money, and that money will be used for terror against India. And yet we play with Pakistan.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. That money is they're going to use for terrorist activity. I don't know. But like money, like we are also getting the money. You don't understand that the sports run by the money, because you have to. We are the best in the world at the moment. Look at when we used to go outside. That was a different story. Now everybody is looking for through India. Everybody is sitting here. They're making the money. All the English people, all the coaches, or IPL coaches, they're all sitting here.
By the way, this money, what India will make is Mickey Mouse, pocket change. It's not the money. You have to realize the whole ecosystem. We can say this, don't play. You can burn it down. But when do we start again? Because things are never going to be better with them. We have realized. So if you keep on just say stop today, we don't know when we'll start again. And then 70, 80,000 people, 2 lakh people's livelihood is killed. And you will go back to your job and tomorrow. And you just don't play. And what happens to that whole ecosystem?
No, we're not saying don't.
Well done. Everybody's just saying, by not playing, we are patriotic. This is a signal going out. Am I not patriotic if I agree that we should play this match because it's multinational and get on with it? Because I am a builder. I am not a destroyer. Because I realize that if we say no and we equate patriotism with not playing with Pakistan, then you are burning families. Because I'll go back to my job tomorrow. What about the whole ecosystem?
Okay,
The thing is, the ecosystem in India does not depend on Pakistan. The Pakistani ecosystem depends on India. If India chooses to blackface Pakistan and cut it out, it is Pakistani families which will suffer. And honestly, I don't give a damn about Pakistan or their families. I do give a damn about Indian families, and they are not going to suffer because we are too much of cricket. Even the domestic market is massive. All the other countries are still going to continue playing with us. The industry will go on just fine without Pakistan. Pakistan is a bit player. This is the same reason, America can go and attack Saddam Hussein when he invades Kuwait, but they dare not attack Russia when Putin invades Crimea. It is the same differential. It makes a huge difference between Russia and Kuwait. Let us not equate the two.
Okay.
In terms of international cricket, we are America. International sports, we are America. China is bigger than us, but
Yes.
say they are Russia. Pakistan
I lost
is
you. I'm confused. What do you
Pakistan
want to
is
say?
at best, it's not even Rwanda, Burundi, it's the Federated States of Micronesia, somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. Do you want to quickly respond to the point that Pakistan is a non-entity? So even if
It's
we
not.
ostracize Pakistan, we are not saying don't play Asia Cup. Play Asia Cup minus Pakistan.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Tomorrow, if Neeraj Chopra is throwing in Olympics, he should abstain? Because India and Pakistani diplomats are meeting in various forums worldwide. So India should not even go where Pakistani guy is there.
That
He
is
should say
exactly
no.
what I said. You do not have
Because
that
Shahbaz
relative
Sharif was
strength
there,
in the Olympics.
and we have to go there because, unless we can ostracize them, we can get them removed. Till that time, we have to suffer it. Okay? And carry on.
But that's an interesting point.
You can't equate Olympics with cricket. Like I said, it is all about relative strength. Your relative strength in the Olympics isn't high. Your relative strength in cricket is massive.
Pakistan hai, India.
And I never said this is about patriotism. The word patriotism did not come from my mouth. I am talking pure geopolitics and financially strangulating Pakistan. That is it.
Madan bhai.
See, you isolate them in a manner where you suffocate them. That's the only way you can. I don't know why the government can a strong decision, such a big country. इतना बड़ा country है कि एक decision नहीं ले सकता.
They have taken a decision that we'll play multinational. They have taken a decision.
Multinational, yeah, that's right. But we not have any tie
Because
with
it is smart
Pakistan.
thing to do. Because there is a lot of things connected to this going forward.
But Atul,
We can't burn down the whole thing just because we can't cut our nose to spite our face.
That's a very interesting point that you made. So 2 points, and I want Colonel Rohit Dev and Abhijit to respond to that. Colonel Dev, to you first. It's chemotherapy. Pakistan, that terror that comes from Pakistan is like cancer, and playing cricket or any kind of engagement with Pakistan is like chemotherapy. Some good cells also die, but you have to do it to kill the bad cells, is what Atul bhai says.
See, in terms of perspective, I totally disagree with that notion that Pakistan needs to thrive at all. Even cricket-wise, BCCI is a $2.8 billion industry. They earned about 11 or 1200 crores as a net worth of revenue of last year. Even IPL gets about 5,500 plus in terms of money. So insofar as the money power is concerned, we actually shake up about 70 to 85% of the revenue for the ICC. In return, we get about 37%, Pakistan gets 5%, amounts to about 34 million only. So as far as the power is concerned, we are actually the cricketing bully of the world.
We're never bullies. I mean, we're the cricketing giants. I wish we would.
India, why playing this Asia Cup, a lot of countries who are surviving on only Asia Cup for their cricket, the other countries besides Pakistan and
I
India.
quite agree with you.
So we could die.
No,
because
but
I
nobody,
agree with you.
nobody is denying
See,
them their revenue.
correct.
They're telling them if
Atulji.
you want your revenue, keep Pakistan out. We will
See,
play
what-
all of you.
what
will
we
not
are
play
saying is-
Pakistan.
And
That's-
whatever
we are
revenue
talking
you
the
for
same
Pakistan,
language.
split it amongst other countries.
Yeah.
Gaurav,
But just
Gaurav,
ostracize
because-
Pakistan as long as Pakistan
so
spreads
we are
better.
speaking the same language.
So
He's saying the same
can't
thing.
overrule the economics, you know.
See-
So see the numbers.
But who is
so who's going
overruling
to
Gaurav, we are saying the
sponsor it?
same language, Atulji. What we are saying is that so long as we cannot take out Pakistan from the equation,
Yeah.
they are there, right? What you are now also saying is that countries like Hong Kong and
Yeah.
others who are coming like UAE, smaller companies, countries, they need to come into the perspective. But what I'm saying is different. Just imagine two things. We go to that place, say we don't play with Pakistan, or like you were saying, snub them and play them. Both options are on the table. If you take the other option, not play and lose 3 points, and say you also lose Asia Cup, we are not getting poorer, right? That could be one notion. Second is, and this I made a statement a little while ago as well, is when the proceeds come from this tournament, and as a beacon of the cricketing world, BCCI should put each penny of the revenue earned in this as the Indian state, and also your contribution which you receive from ICC, into something very, very philanthropic. It can go to the families of Palgam. It can go anywhere
I
else.
think government is doing
do not
on
take,
their own
do not
way.
take money.
I agree with you.
Because
We should not tell the government,
finally
you
you
know,
are a private,
the government is
private
doing their
entity.
their thing.
You are a private
We
entity.
should
Don't
not
question
question it.
But Abhijit, there's another point I want to bring you into, draw you into this conversation. Does that argument, India has made a bid for Olympic Games, and that's a big bid. You cannot boycott a country, or you cannot use sports as a political tool if you want to host the Olympic Games. Or is that a facade?
Look, this is a complete facade. It has never happened ever. Because remember, America boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes.
They still get to host how many? There was the Atlanta Olympics after that.
Los Angeles,
Los
Atlanta.
Angeles and all of that
Yes.
that happened. Moscow and the Warsaw Pact boycotted the other Olympics. There were many more Olympics. The Sochi Olympics was held. Winter Olympics was held out there. You know, these are all facetious arguments. They just put out for the sake of argumentation. They are not a serious argument at all. Will it never affects you in the Olympics at any rate.
Okay.
Let us also remember that there are other members in global cricket. Many of the same countries playing cricket right now that are, that we're saying are going to, it is going to be horrible. Many of them are the same countries that have imposed sanctions on Russia as well.
Yes.
So
wrong,
wrong argument, because if Russia was not allowed to play the Olympics, because that was International Olympic Committee. It was just America. So if ICC decides to ostracize Pakistan, I'm with you.
But
ICC
But
will
there
not
are
be the
countries
most
in
powerful-
cricket, there are countries in the Asia Cup that have imposed sanctions on Russia.
What my point is that if you have to make ICC decide that nobody will play Pakistan, can you do that?
No,
Can we do that?
You don't want
Ask him
everybody
that.
to
No,
not
you
play
tell me.
Pakistan.
Because
Hello,
you gave
hello,
example
hello.
of-
Hello,
gave
you are,
example of
first of
Russia
all, you are
and America.
misquoting and
But
then...
America didn't.
No.
ban. It
We
was
are not
IOC
saying,
that-
we are not saying that. We are saying very simply, we will not play and we will not play in any tournament. तुम अपना घर चला लो, but we will not play if Pakistan is playing. It is that simple. If they don't want to play, they won't get the money. That's it.
I also want to, for a moment, move forward on that one aspect. When did we last see, Atul Bhai, that when Pakistan bleeds India, yet when cricket matches were held, the stadiums were full, always full. Now, the stadiums, people are not buying tickets. People are going with this hashtag, boycott India, Pakistan cricket. Does that indicate that India is changing?
Not really, because there are 2-3 points to it. First of all, it's law of diminishing returns, because once we keep on beating them, then the thrill is gone, and it's too expensive to go to Dubai. But there's a test called Norman Tebbit's test, because it was a member of parliament in England, that all the people living in England, when India plays England in England, how many people support England? And the test was very, very clear. So now the test is that when India plays Pakistan, what are the numbers coming for the eyeballs? That is matters more. Whoever is in the ground, that doesn't matter, because that is microcosm of it.